everybody, this is Chuck, and I want to thank you for stopping by for another Screwy Tuesday. As I always say, I really appreciate your time. First discussion, as before we get into much here, this was the flyer from Saturday the 4th, just this last Saturday, the meet and greet that I held. And just wanted to give you a quick recap on it. First off, thank you to Andy Buchanan, VPI Tool and Machine, that hosted it for the second time up in Benicia. He's a heck of a guy, got a heck of a shop there, and I just can't say enough good things about him. He's just fantastic. Attendance, well, let me back up for a second. We had to cancel the January 28th, and we had to move it to February 4th. Watching the weather, looked like we're going to be okay, and then all of a sudden it started to look like it's going to rain. And Thursday, I've been trying to make a decision. I think, well, we're going to go for it. Friday, I get a call, hey, have you looked at the weather? It's starting to come in more. Well, it's too late to try to cancel, all the emails that went out to everybody. So decided just to go for it. And by luck, we made it right through the weather. It didn't rain until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when everybody was actually done. Trucks started getting there at around 7 in the morning, and the event was supposed to start at 8. We had a few YouTube creators there, and this list is not in order, so don't take it as importance, but the top of the list has Tom Lipton, of course, Ox Tool, he was there. Randy Richard in the shop was there. Dean Crawford, Air Cave Shop. Vince Ender, Dale Derry, who's Build Something Cool. Razor Ray, which is Razor Works. Donald Youngling, it goes by his name. Gary Brown, Old Iron Machine Works. Jerry Kirkpatrick, and then Adam Blau, I think, Balough. Adam is a instructor at Laney College Machine Technology Department, and he's got a few channels on Craigslist, excuse me, a few channels on YouTube, and very educational videos. Look them up. They're really worth watching. I actually had a little one-on-one with him, and we will see if I can review it. It's about a, let me grab it here. It's about this guy right here, a Brown and Sharpe number 922 leveling plate. It's heavy. It's used in metrology, and he took a few minutes out, and we went over and set it up on a surface plate, and he kind of gave me a one-on-one instruction on it. So really want to appreciate Adam for taking the time during the meet and greet. As I said, it went really well. I think we had about at least 50, quite a herd, and everybody was out running around buying stuff. So glad that all worked out. Another thing that I'm going to show you, I got some 3D prints here, and let me move the camera and we'll talk about something I learned at the meet and greet when I was in Andy's shop. Let's start with a quick little video that I put on Instagram that will be the lead-in to my discussion on what I learned at Andy's shop. Okay, a little discussion on Kant Twist clamps. As you saw in that little lead-in video, I showed this guy, and a little backstory. So I was during the meet and greet, I was in the shop, and a fellow went up to Andy and said, "Hey Andy, what are those handles on the Kant Twist?" And I said, handles on Kant Twist? So I followed them over there, and there they were hanging on the wall. And Andy pulled them down, and as soon as I looked at it, I said, "Oh, there's a 3D printing project for me." So came home, and I'm an amateur at Fusion. Here's an example where they turned out different. One's got a nice radius on it, and the other one, I goofed it up. It still works. I think this one took me 45 minutes probably to draw and figure out, and then these take about 10 minutes once I learned how to do what I needed to do. Before I go too far in the discussion though, I did do a video in the past on this guy, and it fits a drill driver, and if you've ever sat there and spun the Kant Twist, especially the bigger ones, and if you're doing a lot of them, it's a lot of twisting. Drill driver fits right on it, and Bob's your uncle, as somebody always says. And it's designed that it fits even the small units also. It'll go on either one. Actually, it'll even drive C-clamps. Nice tool, but when if you're putting a bunch of these on a table and taking them off or adjusting sizes, this little driver tool works great. Hey Charlie, with that said, the driver tool doesn't work on these. Oh well. I don't do that much production where I'm taking stuff off and on, but I will tell you that these handles are really, really nice to use compared to spinning this guy. And especially when you're tightening down. You're trying to push on these little rods, and even the ones that are a little bigger in diameter, there's still a bear on your hand, especially an old man like me. This works really well. So I'll tell you what, outside-screwball@gmail.com. If you guys want my file, be happy to share it with you if you want to print your own. I'm not going to be printing them for anybody, okay? But they basically are a very tight fit to fit them in there. You got to monkey with them a little bit, and then they'll pop in. And you can pull them back off if you really need to also. Okay, so there's my little discussion on Kant Twist handles. Interesting, you saw here that little guy was $3 each. A roll of PLA is about a little over $20, and I would think a roll of PLA will probably print 1,000 of these simply. It's just, you can print forever on a roll of PLA. Okay, let's move on to the next subject. Okay, for starters, I thought I'd just show, run 0 there, 0 there, and 0 there. So the leveling plate is level, but that's not what we really want. So I'm going to put a piece on here, and now we're going to work on leveling this piece. So I'll bring you back so you don't have to sit here and watch me. Okay, I got this as close as I can get it. So we're 3 there, 3 there, and it drops to 1 or 0 right there. Call it 1. So now let's put it down on the surface plate and see what it reads. Okay, it's settled there at 0. I don't know if it's coming up on camera. And it should be 0 over here also. And it's about half. And here it's about half. We come back down here, and there it is, half. So you can see here that when it's on the surface plate, it's reading parallel to the surface plate. You can see that. But when it was on the leveling plate, it was reading 3, 3, and 1 or 0. Because now we're actually measuring the unit since we leveled it, and we're not measuring it parallel to the, right now we're measuring parallel to the surface plate, where we were measuring the actual unit itself, not to the surface plate. I hope that makes sense. I'm still learning and still an understanding it myself. Will I ever do this much metrology? Do I care? No. Is it something to learn? Yeah. So, hey, you can throw some comments in. Tell me I'm a bunch of hooey, I don't know what I'm doing, which is probably true. But it's kind of fun playing with it and seeing what goes on. You can see it bounce there. There's a little divot in the piece of steel there. Okay, guys, we're going to sign off. I want to thank you for stopping by the channel. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you again on another Screwy Tuesday.